Hello. Oh, I'm a little off-centered, aren't I? There we go. I was trying to make sure that the cat was in view, and then the cat has wandered off, so there we go. He'll come back a little bit to me. So, how is it going, everybody? How are you doing tonight? I am, I completely lost track of the time. I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll pop into the kitchen and, get something to eat before my stream. Got a little while. I look up and I'm like, wait a minute. I lost half an hour in there somewhere. So, yeah. So, well, we are going to have a good time tonight, though. So, we are doing all right, just fine. So, hello into the chat. I see Athalos and Athalos and Aaronbard, and you may hear the neighbors. They have small children, and so sometimes they get very excited as well. Not necessarily about the stream, but why wouldn't they? Gosh darn it. So, welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official LOTRO-stream-team channel on twitch.tv/LOTRO-stream. And I am your host, Little Redhead. I will be taking you around the world of Middle-earth today. Yeah. Oh, and today is my 100th stream on this channel, so with the stream team, so that's very exciting. Yay! So we're gonna do a few giveaways interspersed here in the evening. It'll be a mystery as to when those will be open. I will leave B4, who is sitting nearby, to be in charge of those. He's very good at organizing that sort of stuff. Whoa, that looks like a lamppost. What is that? That's cool. Is that something from Ill Omens? Oh, no, it's a firework. That is a cool firework. I got a congratulations. Couple congratulations in the chat. Thank you very much. That is a soaring pinwheel firework. Huh. Well, cool. I don't think I've seen that one before, so that's why I was like, I mean, I've seen pinwheel fireworks, but they usually are on like a stick and not on a post like that. Yeah, more like that. I don't know why that other one looked so exciting. The post was different. How interesting. So anyway, yes. Oh yeah, I like that. Why is that different? Interesting. Like, it's a different one, or does it just look different depending on every other time you put it down? Oh, it's a different one. Where'd you get it? Oh, pinwheel fireworks versus soaring pinwheel fireworks. Yeah, okay, makes sense. All right, so what are we going to do today? So one of the things that I really like to do in Lord of the Rings Online is a lot of the kind of on the side, social, lighthearted things that happen in the game. For example, I keep seeing like a piece of my hair on the side of my face, and I think it's the cat, like right here, but she's not. She's wandered off. She was like right here up until about 10 minutes ago. So you will get to see her soon. Oh, okay. The soaring pinwheel fireworks comes from the 15-year gift box for the free people. Okay, so when I get to 15-year, then I get the soaring pinwheel firework. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. You can get them as consumables as well. Nice. Steel tokens. Well, that sounds like the anniversary festival. So yes, as you may have noticed, yes, I am very festival oriented. So yes, we can talk about festivals anytime anybody wants to. Absolutely. So there you go. Thank you, B4, for putting that into the chat as a consumable. Soaring pinwheel fireworks consumable. Fantastic. Well, I'll have to look into that when the anniversary fest comes around. That'll be cool. Okay, so there are no festivals going on right now, but there is an event going on. And we are going to check that out. So here, actually, I'll just pull it up on my bio. So I try to put in my biography what's going on in the game. I try to keep the calendar of events, of the big events of what's going on. And yes, the Ill Omens Festival. It's not exactly a festival, it's an event. But here we are. So yes, Ill Omens is going from February 2nd through February 28th. So today is the 22nd, right? Is that right? 21. Today's the 21st. Okay. Which means Ill Omens ends a week from today, but at 3 o'clock in the morning server time, which would be like 9 o'clock in the morning our time. But because I stream at like 5:30 in the afternoon our time, 9 o'clock in the morning it ends, so it'll be over by the time I'm streaming next Tuesday. Therefore, this is our last opportunity to do Ill Omens together. So I figured let's do that. Well, we've got one more chance. So, so what do you do for Ill Omens? What's the dealio? You want to go, pinwheel fireworks. You want to go to one of the skirmish trainers, one of the skirmish camps in LOTRO. Now, anyone? No. You are looking for this fine person here, Netta Pinleaf. Not Pinwheel, Pinleaf. She is the bearer of Ill Omens. You'll know you're in the right place, and she's this cool little hobbit. She is found...
Just a moment.
Oh, it doesn't say here. Let's see.
Please stay.
It doesn't tell me where she's found, but she's only found in like 3 locations. She's found in here in South Bree. She's also in the 21st Hall, and she's in one other location. The wrapper, the 12-day wrapper tells you which. Did I finish that? Oh, I finished it. That's why I don't have it. We've been really like on this like constantly. Like before, it's been like, hey, you want to do Ill Omens? Let's go. So, okay, so I don't have that, but yeah, she's only located in three physical locations. In Southbury and the 21st Hall are 2 of them, and I can't remember what the 3rd one is. So those are the places where you need to go. You need to go to any one of those 3. It doesn't matter. Mark it out. And you want to talk to her. So she is going to give you then. I'm going to stand in the middle of that tree. She is going to give you a quest here. Thank you. Talk to Netta Pinleaf and Bree Ostgalad. Okay, or the 21st Hall. Where the heck is Ostgalad? Mirkwood. Oh. Yeah, I don't go back to Mirkwood unless they call me over. Yeah. They're like, hey, we need you. Absolutely, I'm totally there. But I don't tend to like just show up out of like nowhere. Like, hey, let's hang out in Mirkwood. All right, Bree is, you know, much, I don't know, more cheerful. Even if it does have, like, the brigands and, what's his name that not Bill the Pony. What's the guy who's a real jerk? Fernie. Bill Fernie. Yeah, we don't like him. All right. Anyway. So yes, I'm going to talk to Netta Pinleaf. And what she's going to do is she's going to give me a wrapper quest here. Okay, cool. And then there's, in the chat is the a link to the Ill Omens 12-day wrapper quest. It gives information about that. I've already done that, but every day you can still keep coming back and getting the wrapper for that day, and you can complete that, and you can still get Ill Omens tokens. That's the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to go get Ill Omens tokens, which I would do if I do this quest. I will get 2 from her. I'm gonna close that for a second, and I'll show you in a second. So the reason why we get these tokens is so we can barter things.
Something?
And what are we gonna barter? We're gonna get one of these fancy schmancy things. There are a couple of cloaks that you can get, and they're nice. They're very nice. There's this cloak of positive portents. And it's it does dye reasonably well, if I recall. Yes. So very striking, good, solid colors. So if you've been looking for like a solid cape with not a lot of, you know, decoration to get in the way, like you're trying to dress up of a particular look, that will be a good choice for you. And they have that in regular and hooded. And then the other one is down at the bottom, maybe? Yeah. The Cloak of Shadows. Very fancy schmancy. Matches my outfit, actually, in its current state. So it's got these like swirls, and it's got these purple stripes. I am pretty certain I've seen this somewhere else, though. This cosmetic looks really familiar. So I can't remember where I've seen it. But the chevrons are what, so the little piece at the bottom, the decorative piece at the bottom, and the chevron in the middle is what dyes up. So again, you could match it to your outfit. You know, I could go with the purple for going some purples there. I could maybe go with, let's see what does gold look like, because a lot of my outfit has some golds in it. Oh, it's too dark, too bright of a gold, but yeah, it's cute though. Oh, what if I did it in like a white? Does it come out as white? A little dusty. Yeah, that would match some of my sleeves and stuff. So yeah, so anyway, you can definitely play around with these cloaks if you want to do that for the different colors. Now, my character here, she doesn't wear cloaks very often, so I didn't opt for the cloaks. But the other things you can get Yes, before it says I like the dyeability of the first one more and the design of the second one more. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like what, yeah, the benefits of those two cloaks. The other things they have include a ton of cosmetic pets you can get. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different cosmetic pets you can get. So that's a lot. And they cost 40 tokens each, which is a lot. Now, the nice thing is the tokens are bound to account. So if you have other characters that you can run through these Ill Omens, through the skirmishes, then, which is where she's going to send me, so that's what I'm going to show you here in a minute. So if you have other characters that you can run through skirmishes, then they can also earn those tokens, and then maybe you are, you know, loading this all onto one character, you absolutely can do that. That is what we have done. So one of the cuties that you can get is this little Huorn, this little white Huorn that is like looking all scary and stuff. Look at that face. Rawr. You got a scary face. Oops, I'm in there. There we go. Rawr. Isn't that too cute? And he's like as big as a hobbit. Like, seriously. Actually, he's taller than me. So that's kind of funny. So you can definitely, yes, it's hobbit sized. It's the size of a hobbit, that is to say. So yeah, so you can get some fun cosmetic pets. And there's some bats. Funny thing is, we were looking at it, and some of these Ill Omen pets look like the Ill Omen Harbinger that you meet in the skirmishes. So that's kind of a fun little callback that they do. Now you don't meet a Huron, but that's there's some others that are just cute, like that one. So okay, so that's some of the things you can get. You can also get this consumable called Bat Whirls, and when you use them, do you have that on you? You have like a little swarm of bats that come flying around you, go, and then they scatter. No, I don't want to do that. I could just. I know. Fine. Okay. There's some in the auction house. I will go buy them. I have the skill. You should have the skill. That's why I was like, you just do it, or I could look it up. Okay, so it should be in my skills, my passive, under bat. Okay. She's gonna do it. She's faster than me. Good. That's why I was like, why don't you just do it? You're faster. Yeah, see, because you kind of phase in and out for a second there, and then the bats come and swirl around you. It's kind of cute. Okay, so we did that. You buy the Bat Whirls consumables. They come in packs of 5, and you use them up over time. And once you do 300 of them, you have the permanent skill, which looks just like the one that's the consumable skill, but you have that forever and ever. So that's kind of cute. So we did that. Okay, so we've got cloaks, we've got cosmetic pets, we've got the consumable Bat Whirls, and now you get into the last thing, which are these portents. And they come in different levels. So there's level 1 through 50, which is the extremely subtle portent. And they come in 3 varieties: strength, vitality, or deafness. 50 to 75 will get you the subtle portent. 75 to 115 will give you the portent. And then 115 to 140 gives you the conspicuous portent. And there's a little more variety in that one. I can't remember why. We'll take a look at that. Oh, so there's the worm. You can see it in the background there. There's the Ill Omen worm pet. Because we're on Treebeard, and Treebeard is a slow progression server, so we are not at the level cap that exists in LOTRO. Our server cap currently is set to 75, and every 5 to 6 months they're going to release the next area, open up the next area for us. So right now we're in like Isengard and stuff like that. So our cap is level 75. So when I went to look at these portents, I went to the 75 to 115. When I finished that 12-day wrapper, I got this token, this positive portent token, which was a barter item. I came to her, I gave it to her, and chose the portent of strength. So you could see, let's tooltip these off. So there's the one that's the strength that gives you plus 36% damage. This is the vitality one. Gives you maximum morale, 12% maximum morale, and restores 9% of maximum morale every second. or the deftness, which is on any damage, negate 33% of damage. So that'd be good for your tanks, you know. So each one of these, you know, it's yours forever. It's a skill, so you don't like. It's not a consumable that you lose or anything like that. Thank goodness. Sorry, it's an inventory item that you have now. And I believe you can pass it around. Yeah, it's bound to account at this level. I think the max level ones, the 140 ones, might be bound to character. But these are still, for our level, they're still bound to account. So, like, if I ended up, say, finishing the wrapper on multiple characters, which would take a lot of work, but it's possible, that 12-day wrapper, then you can end up buying like I could buy all 3 of these and then just, you know, pass them around to whichever character I'm playing with that one day. So yeah, Espresso Carl says it's not a one-time use. That is correct. It is not a one-time use, which is great. So yes, so you have this thing. It's in my inventory. Let me pull it up. Oh wow, my inventory is a mess. Sorry. So here's this item. It's there. I've locked it to make sure I don't sell it by mistake. And so yeah, there's the item right there in my inventory. So I need to have it in my inventory if I'm gonna use it. But what I did is I went ahead and actually slid it onto my bar as well, so that way I can remember to use it. Now, it does have a cooldown and stuff. So let's see, like the one I got, the strength, gives me additional damage, 36% damage. Additional, and it lasts for 15 seconds, so it's not very long, and then it has a 10-minute cooldown, so it's got a long time before you can use it again. And same thing, so your Portent of Vitality, where you get the extra morale, and then you get, it's restoring your morale every couple seconds. The extra morale lasts for 30 seconds, and then every second, for 2 seconds, so it does it twice, it restores 9% of your maximum morale, and it also has a cooldown of 10 minutes. And then the last one I would have access to would be on any damage, negate 33% of damage, that lasts for 15 seconds, and you have a cooldown of 10 minutes again. So, yeah, let's clear that, and let me talk to her again. Let's look at the top ones.
What do you need?
The 140s. So these, of course, I don't have access to yet. Like that says minimum level 136. So it'll be a few years before we get there, which is fine. Like, we are just really happy taking our time over here on Treebeard. Let's see. So again, we have a strength, so 39% damage. I've got, what was it, 36? So it's not like a huge bump, apparently. What's mine? Yeah, 36. Oops. So yeah, it's duration 15 seconds. What was mine? Duration 15 seconds, cooldown to... Okay, so it's not a huge amount of difference. I was expecting it would jump up dramatically, but it doesn't. That's okay, that's cool. And then what's this? Oh, and then there's an obvious, which is minimum level 115. Okay, so this is so if you're not all the way up there, you still have the ability to get something, even if you're not like 140, you know, 140 or whatever. So there's the obvious portent, and it looks like 39%, 15 seconds. Yeah, it looks the same. So, oh, Megan, hi, welcome. We're talking about these Ill Omen portents that you can get through the Ill Omens event that's currently going on. So yeah, so it looks like the highest one goes to 39% damage and 13% and 9.8% and yeah, 35%. So it looks like the durations are roughly the same. And the cooldowns are the same. It's just like you get a little bit more oomph. So that's the things. That's really kind of what people are going for. That's the whole reason that some people are doing this event, is because they want to get that little positive portent bauble, that barter item, which you get from doing that 12-day wrapper, and then they can come in and pick one of these things. So so that's what Ill Omens is kind of about. Now let me tell you the details on how to make that work. Oh, and hey, do you want to start up a doodle while we... Yeah, awesome. Aaron Bard has a server question. Your friend does not have the Treebeard come up on the server list. Other requirements you might have missed. Well, you do have to be a subscriber to get on to Treebeard, so maybe that's why it's not listed. That's my only guess. Oh, weird. Okay, nope. My theory is wrong. Because before it says the free-to-play account sees Treebeard and Shadowfax in the server list. So I'm guessing if you tried to click on it and tried to go in, it'd be like, you need to be a subscriber. Maybe they just didn't scroll down far enough. Because you do have to scroll down. Like, the list gets long. You know, you have to scroll. And the list doesn't always come up in the same order. Because they don't want... Because they don't always want the same server being the first one listed. Because then when somebody's, like, brand new and they're like, what server should I pick? They'll just pick the top one. You know, because humans do that. So they want to make sure that that kind of rotates around. So there's kind of a, you know, more dispersed server load as people join the game. So they don't come up in like alphabetical order. They don't come up in the order you were most recently on. Like it's pretty random when the server list is up. Okay, so what's the deal? So okay, so now we know like some of the things you can get from the Ill Omens event, but how do you do it, right? That's the big question that a lot of people have. Like they're like, okay, Ill Omens, where do I do? Where do I start? How do I get this going on? Well, you do like we talked about, where you want to go find Netta Pinleaf in apparently Mirkwood and Bree and 21st Hall. You go to the skirmish camp, and that's where she's going to be hanging out. So you'll see that we are, you know, chilling out here at the skirmish camp. Oops, there we go, get around the tree. So you can see we're here at the skirmish camp. And she's over here over on the side. Like, you know, when you first do the skirmish soldier thing and you got to talk to these two back and forth. And then you want to, like, make your skirmish soldier look cool. So you got to go over here to this cosmetics person. Like, that's where we are. So we're going to go over here to her. And we're going to talk to her. Okay. So when you talk to her, I'm pretty sure she originally gives you the 12-day wrapper. The first time you check in with her, you can do that. So you'll have the wrapper, and then every day you're going to come to her, and she's going to give you a group of skirmishes in which you will find those Ill Omens, the harbingers of Ill Omens. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those harbingers, which is a special kind of bad guy. So today, so there's 4 different groupings of skirmishes where those harbingers might show up. And that grouping will change from one day to the next. So, you know, on day 1, it might be like Defense of the Prancing Pony and a couple of those that are available to pretty much any character who's gone through the skirmish stuff. Day 2, or maybe that is day 2, but the other day that's easy peasy or available. What's the other one? What's day 2? Day 1 is Prancing Pony and stuff. Strongholds of the Free People. Oh, and then, okay, so that's Strongholds of the Free People. That includes like Prancing Pony and stuff like that. Today is the other one that most characters have access to, which is Treacherous Wilds. So we're doing like Storm on Methedras, the Fort of Brunnen with the twins, the Icy Crevasse, and Attack at Dawn, where they're throwing boulders at you. That's what I put in my tweet today. And Barrow Downs. Oh, interesting. I thought today was the day. Oh, yeah, that is Barrow Downs. Barrow Downs is the never-ending one. Okay, so we'll do that. So most people will have access to this group of skirmishes and the one from yesterday, the attack on the Free People. Day 3 and day 4 are ones that you have to have gone through the epic line to unlock. And once you have done that, and you've done those skirmishes as part of the epic line, then you can also do them as part of the Ill Omens thing. So day 3 is Moria stuff, and that's what we did last week. So they were all the skirmishes they sent us to take place in Moria, and they're things that you will have seen, like the Hall of Fire, or, you know, the various different things. What's that one where they end up in the Hall of Marzabal? You know, we cannot get out, that whole skirmish. So those you have to have unlocked in order for your character to do them as part of the Ill Omens event. So, Analethos, that should probably answer your question there, because the question was, what happens if you don't have access to all the skirmishes? Can you still complete the wrapper? And the answer is you would not be able to do what we're doing like tomorrow. You wouldn't be able to do the Moria group if you haven't unlocked the Moria ones. And you wouldn't be able to do day 4, which is Mirkwood. So a bunch of the Mirkwood skirmishes are then grouped together, and that is the 4th day in that rotation. So if you if you hadn't gone through Moria and you hadn't gone through Mirkwood yet, then you would basically be able to do day 1 and day 2, and you would skip day 3 and day 4, and then you'd wait till day 1 and 2 come back around, and so on. So as B4 has done the math for us there, that there were 23 days of skirmishes for Ill Omens this year, 26 days of Ill Omens. So 6 full rotations of the 4 days. Pre-Moria characters can do day 1 and day 2, so strongholds and wilds, but not Beneath the World, day 3 in Moria, and not Siege of Mirkwood or whatever the Mirkwood grouping is called, which is day 4. So yeah, so you would be able to do 12 out of the full 24 groupings. So you could, if you did day 1 and day 2, every time it comes up, you would be able to complete the initial, that 12-day wrapper. So you would just barely make it, but you would make it. You keep calling it festival. P4 says yes. At this point, including today, there are 7 days of the event remaining. So yeah, so any character who is starting now, you would be able to do, like, you know, today, tomorrow, you'd be able to do 7 days and get the tokens for that. So you could get like the cosmetic pets, you could work on the bat worlds, you could get the cloaks, things like that. But you wouldn't be able to get that portent thingy to buy the little skill that I have in my pocket now. But you could, you know, get an idea, get a handle on how to do it, and then prepare yourself for next year. Because in theory, this is an annual event. Now, last year it didn't run. There were some tech issues, and so they didn't run it. So people were like, no, you're gonna bring it back. So I think they worked to make sure they solved their tech issues because it's back this year. And if people are very excited about it, they'll probably bring it back again next year. We just gotta make sure they know that, you know, people really liked it. Okay, so I think we're gonna open up a giveaway. Because, as I mentioned, we are celebrating my 100th stream, woo, here on LOTRO-stream. Oh, I should have worn my Before the Shadow shirt. I wore my Eat, Sleep, Game, Repeat shirt, which is kind of what I do. Well, there you go. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. And it's your 111th birthday. 111 is a good time. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Awesome. You know, I have in this world ways to put my hair up off of my ears and such. And would you know, I can't find any of them in this desk of mine that has become a mess of late. I don't know what happened, but like my desk just got overrun in the last week or 2 or 3. Well, actually, I do know what happened. I will tell you what happened. We are having some construction done on the top floor of our house because we had some windows put in. And in the process of them putting the windows in, there was some not finishing that happened. So now things have to be finished, and like there's half walls and things like that happened because of the windows getting put in. So we have somebody now who's taking care of that for us, which is great because I'm not a construction person. It's a cool thing, and I wish I knew how to do construction, but it's not something that I have the knowledge or the physical capability to do at this time. So, and then the other thing is my brain just stopped. So there's every time I'm like, I should take care of this, and then my brain goes, okay. And then there's no further information. So I've been actually spending some time today tidying up after myself. Okay, so yes, we're going to do a giveaway. The current giveaway is for the housing item, the Sleeping Gray Cat, which is super cute. I've showed it on stream here a number of times. It basically walks around your house. So you set it into a housing item slot. So it goes into, just one of your housing item slots, not the wall ones, but like just the regular ones. It gets up, stretches, and it walks around a little bit, and then it lays back down. It's so super cute. So we are giving that away. So what you want to do is type !giveaway to enter, and that's also listed in the chat. You just copy and paste that. You must be present to win. So when we call out your name, be nearby so you can get to your computer and be like, yes, I'm here. You don't have to like shout. You just can, you just need to type it in the chat so we know that you're here, though. That'd be great. And we're only letting people win one giveaway per stream this time. We don't have any LOTRO points to give away this time, sorry. We just have goodies. So we're going to ask that you only win one per one time this stream. Well, yeah. Okay. Okay. Analethos asks, do the portent have a max level? Do they share cooldown? If not, it might be cool to get all of them to sneak around the cooldown. Yes, I think that's the dealio, is that I think they do not share the cooldowns. I think they're all individual. And so I think you can then get, like if you have multiple characters who are able to finish those wrappers, you know, and you get and get, that you could then be like, hey, Rosenbloom, have all of them. And I think I'd be able to use each one of them separately, is my understanding. And now I haven't tried. Let's see. Oh, but B4 mentions that when he had his portent of strength, had used it and it was on cooldown, while he was looking at Netta, only that portent of strength had the cooldown going, but not the vitality one or the portent of deafness. So that does seem to indicate that they do not share cooldown. So that's exciting. Okay. Yes, and before mentions each portent has a minimum maximum level, and it seems they do not share cooldown. Awesome. Excellent. Hey, Espresso Carl, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up this wrapper here, this Treacherous Wilds. And she is saying that the Harbingers of the Dead have been spotted among the wilder lands of Middle-earth. She says, do what you can and I'll handle the rest. So she's going to send us off to, we're going to complete Ill Omens, Storm on Methedris. So that's a quest that will come up when I go into Storm on Methedris. Complete Ill Omen Ford of Barunin, so the Ford of Barunin instance, skirmish, excuse me. The Icy Crevasse skirmish, Attack at Dawn, and the Barrow Down Survival. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and accept this. Now, if I complete this, I will get 2 tokens of Ill Omens from her. Neato bandito. Okay, so like if I look at the quest now in my quest log, it gives me a little bit more information. So I find it strange that it doesn't give me as much information when I talk to her, but that's okay. So it says, note, the Harbingers of the Dead can be found in the following skirmishes, and those are the skirmishes that are listed there, so that's handy. You need only to complete 4 of the 5 listed today to advance this quest. So every day there's a handful. It ranges between like, I don't know, 6 or 7 down to like 4 or 5. 4 to 6. Okay, they range from 4 things they tell you to do up to 6 things they tell you to do. And it's, you never have to do all of them. There's always one that you can skip. So it's your choice, you know, which one you just don't want to bother doing. Okay, so the background, the Harbingers of the Dead are assaulting those who dwell in the treacherous wilds of Middle-earth, and this quest will be removed from your quest log when the event it is associated with ends. So if I pick this up and then I don't bother doing it, then it'll just go out of my quest log, you know, at the end of the event. Okay, this is a repeatable quest because it comes around every 4 days, and I have previously completed it. Fantastic. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my thing from Holly Hornblower. Thanks, I got some combat run speed boost. Well, that's exciting. Okay, that's funny because we really did want some combat run speed boost the other day. We are running around. So normally we run around with these 2 characters, right? So we've got my hunter who gives everybody in the fellowship, what do we get? Plus 15% out of combat run speed. So we're loving that. And we were running through with Guardian and Brawler, I think, which, yeah, we were like, do we have bonus run here? Like, we're so slow. But then we found one. It was like, yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, Analethos, you said your idea was to get different level versions of them. So I think, let me double check here. So,
is there something I can do for you?
All the portents of strength go into cooldown when you use any of them. Okay. So if I had the conspicuous portent of strength and the obvious portent of strength, then they would, if, according to B4, they would share a cooldown. So I'd be able to use one, but not the other. So there you are. Use mine. Now? Well, then I won't be able to use it again. Ah, but look, yeah, that's on cooldown now. That looks like it's on cooldown. I won't be able to use it in the skirmish. Not for, well, in 10 minutes. Yeah, see, like, they all have cooldown remaining 9 minutes and 46 seconds, etc., etc. So it looks like your workaround wouldn't work. I was curious about the ones at the top, you know, this top group, if I could get one of those and one of those. But yeah. Now, you do have these minimum levels in here also. So minimum level 115, minimum level 136. So, but is there a max level? Like, what about this? Like, oh yeah, max level 75 and level 50. So you couldn't like just bulk up on every single one of them anyway. So really there's just, excuse me, just the 3 to play with. The strength, the vitality, and the deafness. So I guess that's what it is. You're going after the 3. Yeah. I like your thinking though. I like the cut of your jib. All right. And what did you say before? Says the one with the 6 used to be 5. Oh yeah. One of the groups used to have only 5 of them, but they added Karis Cleveron, so you still only need to do 4, but you have a choice of 6. So it's 2 you don't have to do. Okay, but let's get in there. So we have. Well, that's a very dwarfy looking outfit. I know you got that from the dwarves, probably from the curator. Or like Myrtle Mint or one of them. I think that's where the outfit comes from. Sorry, I'm like staring off into the cosmetic land. Let me make Affodil the leader, because it takes me forever to pull up these things. Cool, so we're going to start with Storm on Methedras. Now, a couple things I want to point out before I walk in there. We are level 75, our characters are. We are doing this at level 67, so 8 levels below our characters. We are also doing this on tier 3. So a lot, you know, skirmishes you can do tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 generally. And then we're doing this on a small fellowship size. So we can do it with as many as 3 people here. We're doing it on tier 3 though, which is the hardest difficulty. And we're doing it at level 67, so below our level. So why do we have that wacky mix of things? We're doing it below our level to make it a little easier on ourselves. We're doing it tier 3 to make it harder on ourselves. And to get bonus tokens. So if you do it on tier 3, you get a bonus 2 tokens in addition to your regular 2 tokens. So we get 4 tokens. So that's what makes it worth it. Now, why are we doing this as a small fellowship instead of like solo duo? Well, we're playing on Treebeard, and we play on Deadly difficulty. And Deadly difficulty adds a lot of stuff in the game that makes it harder for you. But when we are in a skirmish of a small fellowship or larger, it removes that. So again, we made it easier again on ourselves. So we bumped up the difficulty by going to tier 3, but then we compensated for that a little bit by going with a small fellowship and lower than our level. So that's what we're, that's the state of play here. And this is kind of a common tactic, just so you're aware. So definitely, you know, feel free to use these ideas. Okay, so Storm on Methedras. Let's see, we're working with the Rangers, and we're in Enedwaith. We are dealing with a witch magic user person. She has evil powers, and she's summoning fell spirits to build an army of ancient evil to the aid of Saruman. And so in the Graven Wood down below, during the storyline, we hindered her efforts to create a host of wights, but now we're trying to hinder her further at this location. And yeah, so that's why we have some Dunlendings and that we're working with, and we have the Rangers that we're working with. But our objective is to go and deal with this woman who is trying to bring evil spirits into the world and help aid Saruman. Okay. Oh, you know what I haven't done is I haven't eaten my foods. Now I've watched some people, and they don't do these until after they are in combat, or after combat is over, to restore things. But I find this much more useful because the trail food I have gives me additional vitality. I find that useful in combat. I finished hitting things here. And then I did my fortifying food, which gives me a resistance rating and a wound resistance, and that lasts for 20 minutes. So I'm totally down for having that on me as we go forward. And then the cooked food, and that's the one that most people might do in combat because it removes a wound or poison, with a maximum strength of 80 from the target. I think my personal thing is probably better than that. Removes 2 disease, wound, fear, or poison effects with maximum strength of 80 from the target and gives me 56-60 poison resist rating. Yeah, so my personal one's a little bit better. But the real other reason why I really like having the cooked food on me at this time is to, it gives me in combat power regen and morale regen, and then a little bit lower amount, lower amount of in combat, higher amount of out of combat. So if I'm out of combat, everything's going to go back up. If I'm in combat, it's going to go back up, but it's going to take a little longer. But that's okay, because I'm often out of combat, running in between one thing and the next. So you have those out of combat moments. Alright. Oops, I was going into unroll my ability. Let's catch him in time. Cool. And we have another thing coming. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that totem. We had a chance to read that. So now here's an interesting thing, is that's a cooked food. And Bjorn's honey cake counts as a cooked food for the cooldown. Like when you eat something, you can't eat something of the same thing right away. You have to gotta take your time. So it shares the cooldown with the cooked food, but it actually can stack separately. So I'm going to go ahead and consume one of those while we have a second. And just let me show you. Oh, over there. Show you what that also gives me. So that gives me even more in combat and out of combat morale and power regen. Now the honey cakes only last for 5 minutes, so you'll have to redo those periodically. The cooked food lasts for 15 minutes. So that's why I've got my I'm using the little buff bars down there. Or, is that right? Buff monitor, using buff monitor. I love the alliteration, I guess that's my problem. Okay, so I'm using the non-alliterative buff monitor to keep track of my stuff. Okay, so let's see. We talked about the strength, the portents and their things. Yes, the giveaway, it's a reminder that we have a giveaway. We're doing housing item, the Sleeping Gray Cat, type exclamation point giveaway to enter. And apparently if you are Aaron Bard, we will just pick a new name because he has asked to go ahead and let it go to somebody else because you already have one. That's very nice. Yeah, of course, there's always room for more cats. I got in the real house and the fake house. Oh, we're getting the damage. Yeah, you're also getting damaged. His legs, Batman. Why we do fun with trickery. Okay, hang on. I'm trying. So I switched myself over. Anybody who wants to know? Okay, hang on. I gotta run. Ah, they got me. I switched over to endurance stance, which. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I could have stayed there, but I didn't. Unfortunately, all my food's gone, so I gotta start that all over again. I switched over to endurance stance. As a hunter, oh, my feet are slow. You can, Sardan is fallen. We may have to start this over again. We failed. Storm on with that dress. Funny thing is, if you get the Ill Omen like the Harbinger before you fail, or like right after you fail, it doesn't matter. Like you can get the Harbinger and then you fail, you're like, I'm out. So, and the Harbinger is here, but I think we're probably going to get kicked out before, yeah. Oh well. Alright, so that's why we make it easier on ourselves, because it's not easy to do it necessarily. Yeah, one group at a time. That's a great idea, because there's only 2 of us. We've also been doing this with 3, like actual 3. But I assume nobody else is on right now. Alright, let me catch up here. Yeah, usually we don't try to pull everybody at once. I think we were showing off for the stream. That happens. Alright, I'm going to do my thing. We're going to go invisible. I'm going to go ahead and do my improved focus so I can get my goodie stuff. And then I'll hit somebody. Now, I'm still in endurance stance. And what that does for me is it allows my quick shot to give me morale when I use it. Which can be, so what you do is you just, hit quick shot over and over and over and over again when you are having health issues. And that helps to refill your morale bar real quick. Because a lot of times what we do when we're in these skirmishes together is we'll both run on our DPS instead of one healing, one DPS. We just run both DPS. And then I just do mainly self-heals if we get into trouble. Sometimes, but she still has as a minstrel, does have the ability to still heal me in, what are you, in red line probably? In DPS stance. So there's still the ability to heal me, but it just goes so much faster when you see the 2 of us there in DPS like that. So yes, definitely make sure you put in red strolls are the best strolls. V4 often says minstrels are the best strolls. So red strolls are the best strolls. That's fine. Yes, make sure you put ! giveaway into the chat there if you want to be entered for that really nice housing item that the housing item that is a sleeping gray cat. It's very cute. Oh, here they come. Alright, yeah, they got behind me. Sneaky. There we go. Let's just stun you there for a minute. Saradan is healing us. Thanks, Saradan. Where were you before? Oh, that's right, you went down. That's why. He fell. So yes, we are celebrating my 100th stream here with the on this channel, on the LOTRO, as part of the stream team. So that is really cool. Oh, there we go. Thanks, whoever healed me. I'm sure it was one of you two. Alright, cool. I can probably one-shot that light guy. Let's find out. And we'll do a little burn hot. And a little bit of improved focus, because that gives me even more critical chance. Zoom. And falls over. So handy. That was 24,000. What does it generally have? It has about probably 20,000, so there we go. That was nice. I cannot reach that guy, but I can reach the tree. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do a rain of arrows on him. Analithos says, it would be cool if you could rename your housing cats to give them proper names like Casper and etc. I know, right? Just name them after my house cats. That'd be funny. I like it. Alright, there's one more over there. Speaking of cats, hey Casper. You want to say hi? Meow. He probably thinks I'm giving him a treat because I called him over. Say hi. He's gotten much more vocal in the last couple weeks. It's really wild. So what you have to do to get this Harbinger to show up is you have to clear everything. So he's not down there. Yeah, this is some other stuff down here. We have to clear everything in this lower area, and then the Harbinger will show up. Come up. Alright. Banner first, and then Harbinger. Yeah, we gotta get this tree out of the way. What's the plugin for the timer for your food buff? Asks Espresso Carl. It is Buff Monitor. Let's see. I don't think I have a direct link to it. Okay. Okay, so now we've taken control of the inner courtyard down here, and now we can go claim the banner. So I'm gonna go walk over there. Before is gonna grab the link for you there, Espresso Carl. But if anybody is interested in the other plugins that are out there, you can go to LOTRO-interface.com and look at all the various things. That particular link takes you straight to the plugin compendium, which is really handy. Yes, I'm using Buff Monitor down here. Oh, speaking of, my honey cakes have run out. And it walks you through how to do it, because what you'll want to do is create a new line for each thing that you want. And then within each thing that you want, you have to give it a new effect. And so I've told it, you know, and you don't type in like superior apple and cheese pie. You type in like cooked food, and then it knows to look for the thing that is a cooked food, for example. Oh, sorry, I thought I got the banner and I didn't. I must have moved away. All right, so this is gonna open. We have to deal with the counterattack, and then, oh, but the Harbinger's here. No, we have to take care of the counterattack, because otherwise they'll be all up in our business at the same time. We don't want that. Boy, speaking of counterattack, they're not kidding. They're hard. Oops. I pushed the wrong button. The hand is but a tool for the eye. I like it. Another counterattack coming. So many counterattacks. Slide down a bit more so I'm touching the phone. Go behind me. Yeah, I really do enjoy using plugins. I know you don't need them to play the game, but they just, I don't know, make life easier for me to remember how to do things or how to find things or whatnot. I also use Titan Bar, which is up at the top. It's also in that list of things that was in that scroll about UI, or about plugins. It tightens up at the very tippy top there, across the top of my screen, and it has, oh, we have a giant. We go invisible. And it tells me things like, you can have it customized like so many different ways for what you have it tell you. For what I have it, it's got like, where am I? So I'm in, when I'm not in a skirmish right now, I'm in Breetown. Come on. All right, let me get that. Yeah. It's got a shield. Take care of this thing. Here. It tells me what time of day it is in the game. Like right now it's evening, and in 19 minutes it'll be midnight, which is relevant to some quests that you might be doing and such. Okay, I think we can do the Harbinger now, right? Cool. So the Harbinger has appeared, and it's a cluster of like 3 little dots usually. You'll see that on your map. He's over there. Yeah, so for example, before it sets the Titan bar to show game time and personal time. So I've got like, what time is it for me? So it's like, you know, 6:30 at night here. All right, hang on. I gotta plan this out. All right, go invisible, burn hot, improve focus. And then I start with the sides, because usually with these Harbingers, you can't hit the Harbinger, or it's got some sort of a buff against damage until you get rid of their assistance. So that's why I tend to start that way anyway. What's he done? Some effect on me or something. Ah. Got a wound. Giving shadow damage. That's your shadow damage. Alright, taking a potion. Look at that, and I'm spamming quick shot. The other one that does healing is the blood arrow. That gives me some health back too. Hi, bud. Can you come on? Yes, you would. Thank you. Yes, okay. Oh, thank you. I'm getting bathed. Hang on, I need to borrow that off. Oh, you're so cute. All right, there we go. Whew. That's good because your health is getting low a few times too. Now, the guy is, notice he's sparkling, so he is a chest. Only one person in your party needs to click on him, so just make sure that somebody does. In this case, we got some silver and copper. And then I got 2 tokens of oh, I don't need to go anywhere. Where am I going? So we don't need to finish the skirmish. We are done. We can just leave because we accomplished what we came to do, which was to defeat the Ill Omen. So you don't have to finish the skirmish, which is nice. I mean, unless you want to, because, you know, maybe you're trying to get reputation with the group or whatever it is that that skirmish is about. Okay, so, yes, we're doing a giveaway still. The giveaway is for a housing item. It is the Sleeping Gray Cat. We are about to close that giveaway. So if you still want to get in on that, this is your last chance. You do not get the Sleeping Gray Cat that was just here. Oh, he's over on the couch now. How cute. You get one that goes into your house in your LOTRO house. So yes, you can, oh, aw, he's in wandering mood. So anyway, yes, put exclamation point giveaway into the chat if you want to enter. This is your last chance. And we're going to close this here in just a moment, and then we will draw a winner. Good timing there, Redhead from Rohan. Well done. So now you'll notice we just came out of the instance, or the skirmish. So it's going to say that I still have a travel. I can still go back because it'll allow me to go and finish it. But we're going to go ahead and scoot on to the next one. Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just scoot on to the next one. Okay, the giveaway is now closed. Talk about getting in just under the wire. Redhead from Rohan was drawn from the giveaway. And you are following the channel. Thank you very much for that. So you and B4 will whisper with each other there. Do you need them to send you a whisper first or no? Okay. Yay! Congratulations. Well, I hope you have a wonderful spot to put that in your house. And congratulations. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm looking over and the cat is like looking at me with just the eyes. They're like big eyes. He is not settled. He is just, he's like doing routes around to check out what we're doing. The cats, okay, so I have 2 cats in real life here. And they don't seem to like it when I'm talking so much. I don't think it's the streaming that they care, that I don't think they give a hoot about the streaming, but I think it's the talking, the fact that I'm talking so much, because like when we have, I don't know, online meetings or other things like that, the points where I'm talking, they're like, I don't want to be around you. But the points where other people are talking, they're chill. So it's really funny. So I think they just don't like all this talking that I'm doing. So very silly. But yes, so the cats are around. That was Casper. Speaking of naming your cat Casper, if you should choose to do so. He is the younger of the 2. He's the bigger one of the 2. And he is... he's very silly. He's a goofball. But they're very cute. Yes, you are. You are very cute. He's about 6 years old. And, yeah. Yes, you are. I don't have anything to give you right now, but but love and attention. Oh, what's up? Yeah, that sounds great. His ears are so big that, like, I go to scritch him and I end up putting my finger in his ear half the time. I'd gotten better about it. Like, we got them back in May, and I used to do it all the time, and then I figured out how to not do that, and then I just did it just now. Sorry about that, guy. And then Kato was here, but I think she's probably gone exploring, perhaps. So the construction person, the person who's been doing the construction for us at the house here, he just left, like, at the beginning of my stream. And so the cats are, especially Kato, she's the older one. She's about 8, and she's probably gone upstairs to explore. She's the more exploratory of the 2 of them. So I'm guessing she went up to go see what has changed this evening. Okay, so we're gonna do a new giveaway, and this one is for a cosmetic pet. It is the Tundra Cub. So here, we'll go find it. Tundra Cub. It's the little Tundra Cub. This little guy right here. So, and he's got little snow falling around him and stuff. And he's like that. There we go. Yay! There we go. We have 2 of them. So these are this is the Tundra Cub. That's what he looks like. It's almost as big as a Hobbit. Not quite, but he's close. And yeah, so type ! giveaway into the chat if you want to be entered. The chat was cleared, so if you entered previously, you will have to enter again. That way you don't end up getting stuck into a giveaway that you don't want to be. Yeah, so there we go. And again, reminder that we're only 1 win per stream. So Redhead from Rohan, you are not eligible for this one, just FYI. But you got a pretty cool house item, so that's all right. So, and the nice thing about this Tundra Cub, as it mentions there, it's account wide, which means you're going to get a tome of the little Tundra Cub when you and then what you're going to get is you're going to get a code. You're going to get this long, wacky string of things. So you go to the LOTRO store, which is, the button is always located down here at the end of your bar. And when you get into the LOTRO store, you've got a handful of things up at the top. You've got like the item shop, and then you've got LOTRO points, and then become a VIP, and then redeem code. So if you go to redeem code, you've got that spot there. And this is also where you can put in the weekly free code. So like that Tome of Tracking freebie code, that's where you would also put that. I'm a hunter. I really don't want a Tome of Tracking, so I'm not going to put that in here. I guess I could just throw it away, but every time I get those, I'm like, why, LOTRO, why? Anyway, so you're going to get this big long string, and you're going to just copy and paste it into this spot here, and then you hit apply, and it's going to go like cha-ching, like you just hit a cash register. And then your character will get like a little tome of the little Tundra Cub into your inventory, and you'll click on it like you do, and it'll you'll learn that skill. It'll learn you that skill. And then every character you log in with after that, it'll show up into their inventory, and so they'll also get the skill. So, yeah. Am I talking too much? He just has this look like, I'm okay with this, but it's a bit much. Okay, we're gonna do our next skirmish. So again, level 67, tier 3, small fellowship, off we go. This is the Fort of Brunnen. This is the one with the twins.
Marched up to the bank of the Brunnen
and our little Tundra Cubs.
Await the sign to attack.
Because, of course, why
Dark
would you not?
clouds roll in as a
So
great
notice my cooked
storm
food is out,
approaches.
so I'm going to go ahead and
If the foe
nom some
falls,
cooked food, and it's going to
Riven
pop back
shall
in there.
not be far behind it.
And my
The
fortifying
battle
food is down to
nearly
2
upon
minutes,
you.
so I might go ahead and talk to Elra here, get him started, and then run out here to the middle, and while we're waiting for talking and emoting to happen, go ahead and re-up my fortifying food. So this is why it's really handy to have a cook amongst your collective characters. I do have a cook, but one of V4's characters is a cook and does like all the cooking for the kin, really, which is great. You just go into Affadil's house and grab stuff out of the chest. It's fantastic. You even it's so cool because even the oven is in. There's an oven in the house. It just stands there. Cook, throw it in the chest. Cook, throw it in the chest. It's fantastic. Keeps the food warm. That's right. Hello, We're Willow. Welcome into the chat. Hey, if you wanted to join us, you're welcome to. We're doing level 68, 7, 67, small fellowship tier 3 stuff, so we can get the active. I will do that. Right. Turn around. Oh, he smushed me. Smusher. Alright. So in this one we do have to pay attention somewhat because we can't let the twins fall, or we do lose the skirmish. Now, what has happened though before is we've managed to run over, take out the Ill Omen, the Harbinger, I mean, and then one of the twins falls, but it's okay because we got the Harbinger, so we just get out, or it kicks us out. Either one doesn't matter at that point, because again, we got credit for the Ill Omen for the event. That's all that matters to us in this particular situation. So, we are going to do the survival at Barrow Downs to show you all what that's like, because this is like, these are normal skirmishes, right, where you kind of have like a beginning and an end, right? We're going in here, the thing is we're standing at the Fort of Runin, we can't let them pass, right? They're trying to, they've set up these giant machinery so they can climb up and hop over this wall that's been constructed to keep them out, or I guess we probably have the wall constructed here. But anyway, they're trying to get to us. We can't go just over there and stop them, so we have to catch them as they're hopping over and stop them from this incursion that they're trying to do. So there's 4 assaults here, which there are 4 flags. So there's one there that just went from red to green, or you can see how it's blue on here because that means it's completed. So there's going to be 2 assaults from the south, and then the middle one doesn't count because that's where the guy who's kind of like managing all this, the general. And then there's going to be 2 assaults from the north, and so the flag will change once you finish that round, that assault round. There's also archers behind you, and they try to help out, so they'll, so you can use them, like if you drag the fatties into the square, you can use the archers to hit them. I'm not really sure how much damage they do. I don't, usually our stuff dies before it's too late, so we haven't used that very much. So once a wave starts, it will complete at that same location. So you don't have to run back and forth during a wave. Like if it starts at north, it's going to finish at north, and then the next wave it'll either be north or south, and go through that one. So, and also it's kind of cool because if you know, like you've done 2 at north, well, you know the next one's going to be at south because only 2. They're only going to do 2 from each location out of the 4 assaults. Okay, hey Red Baron, hey, how you doing? Just saw you there in the chat. Hey, we're doing a giveaway for these little tundra cubs, so feel free to jump in on that if you don't have one already. They are account wide, so all your characters get them, which is pretty cool. I'm guessing you probably already have it, though. Something more. I've accumulated all of those, a whole lot of the pets from the community loot list, because I really enjoy participating in the Extra Life campaign. So I personally will raise money through this channel for Extra Life, but then we also donate to streamers because it's fun to help other streamers out to get their goals. And so because we are donating, we are able to get this on the loot list. So I have gotten all the pets because I like to collect pets. It's fun in the game. You don't have to feed them anywhere near as much as you do with the real life ones. And there's no in-game litter boxes to do. Oh, Red Baron hit giveaway, and it asks if you want to manage the giveaway. That's funny. I don't know how to enter a giveaway if you're an admin. Oh, it did it for you. Okay, so you can see that this is done. Harbinger. You want to do it now? So the Harbinger often comes after the 4th assault. So between the 2nd and 3rd is kind of nice. So we'll see if we can't get this done right now. Alright, I'm going to scooch up just a teeny smidge more. Go invisible. Burn hot. Use my thing. Use that. Hit things. Oh, 3rd assault is coming. Let's see if we can do this. Because the twins are basically going to hold off the assault. We're just focused on this guy. Amusingly, sometimes the twins will come over and help us, which is even funnier. Especially if we drag them in a little bit. We've had that happen. So Red Baron says, cool, you got something in Cardolan. Awesome. Oh, High Elf Lore Master. Oh, that's fun. Hey, he stunned me. There we go. All right, we finished the Ill Omen. Loot the body. Done. And we're going to exit now, right? There we go. Leaving instance. Boom. That way, nothing will come over and defeat, you know, hit us while we're trying to leave. Your surgery created tune. Awesome. I hope everything went well. Hope you're doing all right. One of the sons of Elrond has fallen. We have failed the fort of Brunnen, but we succeeded on the Ill Omen. That's all that really mattered. Okay, so let's go do the Barrow Downs. So this one is different. So like I said, if that one, you know, that one has a beginning and an end, right? So like you're going in, you have the 4 assaults on Fort of Brunnen, for example. You know, you do the first one, okay, that's done. Second one, okay, that's done. Third one, that's done. Fourth one's done, and then you get the big bad, and then that's over. Okay, so Survival Barrow Downs is different. And it's just the 2 of us, I take it? Okay.
Those who have long haunted the Barrow Downs at the command of the
so we show up here,
are angered by your intrusion.
and I think the dude's gonna like walk us in or something, right? Yeah, follow if you dare. Well, all right, I guess. I have a remote quest. Oh, from the giants in the last thing. That's fine. So we're at this spire in the Barrow Downs. Okay. Let me do my honey cakes. Once it starts, you are pretty much in non-stop combat. So I am gonna re-up my foods now. All right, ready? Okay, I'll go and talk to the shade and get it started. You should not have come here, and now you shall pay for your transgressions. The dead do not forgive. This place will soon be your grave too. You know what? I'm going to get rid of my pet so it's not a distraction, actually. We do stop the giveaway going. So now it's all foggy. And so currently we have one thing coming there and one thing coming from behind. So we have to take out both of these. And it just keeps on going. It just keeps rolling. I'll switch back over to harder hitting. Yeah, 1 hour. So right there it says 1 hour. So the survival is, can you make it for an hour? That's how you finish it, is by going an hour. Are we doing this on tier 3? There is no tier. There is no tier. There is just, there's only 0. Okay, so there's quests and deeds, and they accumulate, like, you know, defeat 500 things in Survival Barrow Downs, make it 5 minutes, make it 10 minutes, make it 12 minutes, whatever. And before thinks that the last of those deeds might complete at the 30 minutes, like there's nothing beyond that. Okay, I'm still making it. So notice so far we're just getting onesie twosie. Oh, that's a flame. Does it have reflect? Not bad. Okay. Some of these things that come do have reflect, and that can totally take out a party. Alright, the wind chills as the inhabitants of the Barrow Downs grow in power. So that's after 2.5 minutes, it looks like. Oh, right, it was at 58.5. Sleeping okay. I've had some reflect on it. So Red Baron says surgery went well. Went very well. Still very sore. Had 18 staples out and just about to recover now for the next 12 weeks. Wow. Yeah, the most you have done on this is 30 minutes and then it got very hard. Yes. I think we made it 20 something. Because we did this on our main characters on Evernight first. Is how we first tried it. Hey, buddy. I have a cat next to me. Maybe if I don't give him too much attention, I'll just lay down. You're so cute. I just want to say hi. Alright, here's a strong barrow light. I don't think a moan flows across the wind as more of the Barrow Downs. Yeah, it's gonna get worse. As more of the Barrow Downs awakes, a wind chills as the inhabitants of the Barrow Downs grow in power. So we're gonna get more of them, and they're gonna be stronger. And we have made it almost 3 minutes. So you're like, well, how then do you do Ill Omens with this, right? There has to be a Harbinger, and indeed, there is. Thankfully for us, the Harbinger will show up at 5 minutes. So we just have to make it to 5 minutes, and then take out the Harbinger while still being attacked by all these things, because they come in waves regardless of whether you complete the previous wave or not. So like these guys are just gonna keep coming, like this one's coming, next one's coming, then next one's coming, the next one's coming. So you just gotta keep rolling, and then if you have a bad run, like if you have a bad round, you just end up with them stacked up on you, which is a little difficulty. Now we got another flame coming. This is a strong barrow flame. Doesn't seem to have too much reflect. Yeah, no, hopefully, thankfully, yes, not 200% reflect yet. Okay, cool. So yeah, B4 does mention in the chat, this is the fastest Harbinger. There is a Harbinger deed. Oh, they're growing in power. To do like 200 Harbingers or something. 60, then 120. Okay, so 180 total. I was close. So yeah, so if you're trying to grind out, you know, those Harbingers for that deed, this is a place you can do it and get through it the quickest. All right, wind chills, inhabitants of the Barrow Downs grow in power. So yeah, so before I was pointing out that it's always at the 5-minute point that the Harbinger is going to show up, which is in 7 seconds. It's always a fixed point, no matter how badly you're doing or how good you're doing. Hey, you've survived for 5 minutes. I believe that might be a deed. So we finished that. So completed Survival Barrow Downs Phase 1. Congratulations to all of us. And there's our Harbinger. He just comes running right in. Okay, here we go. Jules07 says, no time for Lotro tonight, busy making pancakes. Well, you're welcome to keep us on in the background if you want, and we can try to give you a good Lotro fix. Oh, did we finish the Harbinger? Oh, sweet. So we did manage to, yeah, there was, completed Ill Omens, the Barrow Downs. So how do you get out of this? Well, you can't get out because you're being attacked. As a hunter, I have a skill which is like flee to the nearest, what you call it? Rally spot. Yeah, it's called Desperate Flight. So I can use that and travel to the nearest rally point. So should I go ahead and do that? Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And it's instant. Boom, I'm out. And funny enough, my my cup and my pretzel show up before I do. So, which is really funny. Okay, you have all been defeated or left the spire. So if everybody gets defeated, because there's no retreat, I don't think. What do you have? Yeah. If you get defeated at the spire, if you retreat, are you out? Okay, you end up back there where I was. So, and then you'd have to come back in, maybe? Not sure. So there we go. So anyway, there's what survival Barrow Downs looks like if you're doing the Ill Omen, if you're just going for the Harbinger. So Red Baron says, good thing about my surgery, I now have a full set of blue armor on my hunter. Your champ and Cappy started respecing them all correctly for tier 2 and tier 3 rating. Oh, that's really funny. Because you had all this time during surgery to work on Lotro. See? There's upsides. Okay, so yeah, B4 points out that anyone who leaves the fellowship can click a button to leave instantly, even if you're in combat. So that's why we had to regroup here, because we unfellowed. Hey, we know that guy. I'm gonna wave at him. He used to be in our kinship, so he still has a house in our kinship neighborhood, and one of his alts is actually in the kinship. But he wanted to do more raiding and stuff, so he bounced over to the biscuit folks. Nice. Put a banner right in him, it practically looks like. That's terrible. Oh, so just a reminder that we do have a giveaway going on, which is the little tundra cub, as you see right there. And all you need to do is put ! giveaway, into the chat. Thank you. And that will enter you into the giveaway. And it is, you'll get a tome that you read. Excuse me. And it's account wide, so every one of your characters will get a tome to be able to acquire this pet. So that's very fun. And it's a cutie. Look at that little snow coming down off of right next to him. It's very cute. Okay, so let's take a look at our thing. So we needed to do the 4 of the 5 listed. There's only 2 left. So we must only need 1. So we can do the Icy Crevasse, or we can do Attack at Dawn. We're going to do the Icy Crevasse. Now, fun little, I don't know, workaround, whatever, is if you wanted to get all of the tokens you could possibly get, if you want to like super max it out, you can, like, so this today we had to do, I just forgot, how many? 4 out of the 5? So there were 5 available, and we only had to do 4, right? So after we had done the first one, we could have dropped the wrapper that we got from Netta there, and just hung around for 5 minutes because it has a 5-minute cooldown. So do 1, drop the quest, wait 5 minutes, pick up the quest again, and get started. And now you wouldn't be able to do the first one that you did because you've already finished that. But so you're I don't know if there's has like a chest lock or what on that, but it's a daily quest cooldown. That's what it is. Thank you. But you could do the other ones. So we could have, in this case, like with the 4, done the first one, dropped the quest, waited 5 minutes, picked it back up, and then just did all the other ones that we hadn't done. So it doesn't mean then you have to do all of them, so you can't skip any of them if you do that. But then you can still get all the tokens off of the Harbingers. So that's kind of nice if you're really like grinding for the tokens. So, hey, welcome into the chat, folks. Oh, good. Red Baron's going to be back on Saturday. So Red Baron is one of our streamers here. And he is very generous with giveaways also. Often gets like autograph things and whatnot. So if that is your jam, or if you just like LOTRO in general, he does a lot of group stuff also during his streams. So he has a group that he runs with, and it's really nice and lovely to see that. Unfortunately, we're usually very busy on Saturdays, so I don't catch his stream very often, but once in a while, it's really nice to be able to catch him. So, yes, and he's been away, and now he's back. So, yes, this Saturday, what time do you stream on Saturday? You got a big LOTRO Comic Con in May, so you'll be getting some more stuff. Awesome. So Red Baron, yes. So there's his Twitch ID there, twitch.tv/redbaron, if you want to follow his personal channel as well. But he'll be streaming here on Saturday. What time do you stream on Saturdays? Oh, there is 1 p.m. GMT. So, and GMT is what, 5 off of server time, I think? So, oops, that was an Icy Crevasse. Those things are deadly as heck. I'm just gonna stand here. Oh, sorry, what was I say? Oh, Icy Crevasse is where we are. That was a Frigid Squall. That's what I meant. Frigid Squalls are bad. Like, they're so bad that you need to be like practically full health, it seems like, or else they just take you out. And I was on my brawler yesterday, and we kept running into those, and I was not able, like, I don't have a healing skill as a brawler, so I'm just like, run away, run away. It just kept following me, and I'm like, no, run away, I need to run away. It was really funny. Awesome, thank you, Red Baron. So 9 a.m. Eastern US time, which is the server time. So, and if you ever are wondering what is server time, you can put ! server time, right? No, / server time into the world into your chat. Whoa! Sorry, health issues. Let me switch my knobber. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, you can always just do, you know, time. You could just do / server time, right? Yeah. Make sure I spelled that right. So you just put that into the chat if you ever want to know what time it is on the server, and it'll give you something like that readout that before just had posted in the chat. Yeah. Oh, hey, we should do this drawing. Did we do the drawing? We didn't do the drawing yet. And it says closes soon, so there we go. So let's give somebody this cute little tundra pet. He's adorable. Look how cute he is. Yes, you are. You're just so cute. You're just like this guy right here. Hey, hey, Casper. Hey, baby. Just like that cat there. So I had a chair next to my chair, and Red Baron, mine. Cute. Oh my gosh, no kidding. You did get drawn, Red Baron. Oh, that is hilarious. Well, there you go. There's your surgery welcome back gift. Well, I hope you enjoy it, and you better show it off on Saturday when you are streaming. So that'll be great. You can show everybody this cute little pet that you got, because isn't he adorable? Yes, congratulations, says Jules, and I agree. Congratulations to you there, Red Baron. So before we'll be sending you a whisper, or you'll be whispering him. You guys will whisper each other. Yeah, the code will be in your possession. Dude, sweet. Because B4 is awesome like that. So yes, congratulations, Red Baron. That's very cool. Enjoy it in good health, as they say. Here's hoping for sustained good health on your end. Alright, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna shoot that guy down. Whoa, somebody shot me. Turkey? What's going on down here? Steve? Yeah, that sounds great. Alright, we're gonna do one more giveaway. I think we got time. Yeah, we got time for one more. I was trying to shoot somebody else and they attacked me. There! I wasn't prepared for that much attacking. Alright, here we go. We are going to do... Red Baron says, sorry guys, I promise I will have some good stuff coming up on Saturday to give away as I'm back. Yes, like as I mentioned, Red Baron is very generous with giving stuff away also on his stream. So make sure you definitely go, and check him out. And especially if you like, yeah, Lord of the Rings goodies, autographs, pictures. I think you gave away a mug one time, didn't you? I think I actually wanted in on that giveaway. Frigid Squall, my nemesis. It's only when it explodes that it's the terribleness. So if we can take it down and keep it from exploding. There we go. Yeah, you gave away a mug one time and whatever. Oh yeah, there's low. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna do one last giveaway, and this is for the Steed of the White City. And again, this is another account-wide item, which is fantastic. So all of your characters will have, you get the steed, which is so cool. It's really lovely, and oh goodness, some quick shots to your oh, do we have a... We do have a... Wretched Falcon. That's okay. I'll just shoot everything else. It's not done. Goodness. Except he's hitting me. Hey. None of that. None of that. Oh, so close. Thank you. We have been getting so many Wretched Falconers. At least we're gonna be done with that deed. Your health is deteriorating. Oh, nice. Yay! Defeat 50 wretched falconers in skirmishes. Kabam. Hurrah. Alright, let me get my person back out because you can't call her out during combat. Grab my fuds. Get my feet. Yes, I will show everybody the horse, the steed here once we're done. I got it when I had just gotten a new Bjorning, and it was Midsummer Festival, and so I needed something to ride around. We're gonna do the, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, let's do the Harbinger. Harbinger, Harbinger. Let's go do a Harbinger. He has a creeping arm. Harbinger. Alright. Here we go. Oh, and a lot of times I keep light oil on my stuff because Affadil in her cool stuff has a thing that gives them, you know, a debuff against light damage. And so she's like, hey, you're more susceptible to light damage. And I'm like, hey, I'll hit you with light damage. Oh, except great. Oh, he's gone then. Body block. Oh, nice. Okay, so yes, sorry. Distracted a bit. Okay, so Steed of the White City. Oh yeah, I put it on had my Bjorning riding around on it. And it was a perfect size for a Bjorning, this big, gorgeous horse. So let me get out of here. Oh. So yes, so if you are interested in the steed, make sure you put ! giveaway into the chat. Hey, Thayan, good to see you there. Red Baron says, before I joined the stream team, Cord gave that as a Christmas gift to everybody one year. That's really nice. Okay, so you notice that she's got the orange ring over her head because I have completed that daily wrapper that she asked me to go do. So she says, that'll keep these folks away for a bit. She's going to give me 2 of those tokens. And now I can see that I have 20, no, I have 30. Sorry, I have 30. And it does cap at 50. So do be careful because you want to make sure you spend those because those cosmetic pets cost 40. So you've got a really narrow window between when you can buy the pet and when you have, you know, when you hit your cap. So just keep an eye on that. So, okay, so we're talking about the Steed of the White City. So let me run out here and pull it out. Bum, ba, bum, under my mounts. White City. Let me jump on that. And there we go. Oh, you probably have one too. You can come out here and we can look at each other's. So it's got like this kind of armor set going on. It's nighttime in the game, so it has a little bit different look, but it looks a little more ghosty right now. It's also got the White Tree of Gondor on it, so that's really cool. So yes, so if you want in on the giveaway, we're giving away this steed, the Steed of the White City. Should be account wide, so all of your characters will have it. But as I always do recommend that if you, just in case something goes wrong, start with the character you want on it most, and then that way we can fix it over time if we need to. But yeah, so there's all the different, oops, I moved too far away, hang on, there you go. There's all the different sides of it. Now, of course, this is the Hobbit version, so we are on pony versions, and the horse version is even bigger. So, yes, Thayan, 100 streams, right? So he says, wow, congratulations. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, this has been a good run so far. I've been enjoying it, and yeah, we just kind of block out our Tuesday evenings, you know, every week to come and do this, and it's a good time. I'm glad that we get to, and I'm glad we get to do this together, like, because I stream and then before streams after me, and talks about plugins. So I really, I don't know, I definitely enjoy our back-to-back streamy time. It's fun. Okay, so we had talked about then. We did, yes, Dan the cat has joined us for the moment. This is Casper over here. Yeah, I was talking about you. He looks away like, ooh, where? He's a little derpy sometimes. But yes, so this is Casper. And then sometimes Kato comes around, but I'm not seeing her, so I'm thinking she's wandered off. You wanna, we can give him a treat. I don't know where they've gone. Yeah, okay. Anyway. So yes, he's being a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are a good boy. We've had construction going on many days recently, and so they have not been particularly thrilled with all the noise going on. But once we get them to come down here, they can just hide down here, and they're a little bit happier with that. Anaphilos says the steed, I assume you're talking about, is cool looking, would make a good match to the Steely Dawn cosmetics. Yeah, I think there's like some really good choices you can make with this. What did I put my Bjorning in? Oh, I think he was actually wearing like outfits from the like the groom's version. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I think I had my Bjorning like, oops, wearing like this outfit. Oh, but not in green, like in the default. I'm gonna put that back to default. Yeah, like that, and then riding on the steed. Obviously not with the purple cravat there, but yeah. So wearing that and riding on that steed of the White City, it was a nice look, nice contrast. Had the white, you know, we got the tree in both places. It was great. All right, so I'm thinking we should. We should get distracted again. Hang on. The new reward track came out. Aaron Bard read that as Steely Dan for a second. That's right. Get the new Steely Dan cosmetics. Great for all your musical needs. So the new reward track started a little bit ago. Oh, that's funny. The timing is not there. Usually there's a countdown clock at the top. It's not on mine. And because we've been doing so many Ill Omens things, we've been in Moria. We actually ran 2 characters through Moria the other day because we want them to be able to do the Moria instances as part of Ill Omens. So we are up to... Oh, I can't claim it out of order. Oh, I'd have to take the rest of them. I'm not doing it. The Coffer of the Snow-Covered Aurochs is a cosmetic pet. So, yay! I have that available to me now. I've made it up to... I'm into level 28. And then 50 is the other one that I'm excited about. Although I didn't actually check like 40 or 45. Yeah, it's just regular. Okay, so the Legendary Coffer of a Good Book. So it's an emote, and it's as if you're reading. I'm so excited about that one. It's going to be so good. Let's see. And then I think 75... was Legendary Coffer of the Fiery Blue Beetle, which will be cool. I'm not as excited about it as the Aurochs. And then level 100 is the Legendary Coffer of the Ukrosh Portrait Frame. Again, not as excited about that one as I am with the other one, but I'm pretty excited about the other stuff. Okay. I'm hearing that I should preview the reading emote. Right, because it should be in here. Let's see, emotes, read. There it is. You pull out a book. Looks like you're reading it. You flip a page. That's so cute. I love it. Flip a page. I think it's very much like the Bilbo Baggins that you can get for your house. Yeah, I think he does a very similar thing. Yeah, do missions. Yeah, Red Baron says do missions. They're good for your reward track. Exactly, exactly. All right, so we were gonna head over to Cardolan. Do you want to? Where do we want to go in Cardolan? We can. Oh, I have travel skills that I can do for us. I think I've been riding the Ice Flower Steed. I'm going back on my Ice Flower Steed. I like having somewhat matching outfits, and I've got kind of like a silver gray thing going on here with the purple accents. Let's see. Okay, so I've picked up a lot of travel stuff. So I can take us to Herne through my Guide to skill. So sure, I'll do that. Oh, that looks like you're going separately. Well, I'm going to use my free one. So yes, we took a couple characters through Moria so they could do the Moria skirmishes. And then, oh, but we were going to do some of this off camera. And I don't know that we did. We didn't. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Oh, okay, so let's see. There's some goblins. Oh, okay, yeah, we could go do that area. We haven't done that. That will be great. That'll work. Let's see. So where are we? We're in Cardolan. And so, I mean, this whole area is intended to be a different way to begin the game and level through here rather than going through one of those other starter areas like the Shire, Erdluin, or Bree. Instead, you come over here and you do Swanfleet and Cardolan, and then I'm not sure exactly where it picks back up with the main epic storyline. So that's kind of why we're doing this, because yeah, we're kind of curious, like, where does this meet up? What's the differences? And yeah, exactly. Red says also it's why I'm playing it on new tunes on his. So we are over leveled. I do have a character that I started and I just was running her through this, but I really want the completionist stuff on my character. So we went ahead and we're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this here. What, is it part of the thing that we need to do or no? No, let's not. No, let's go do these other things, which are in Skurlock Farm. Okay, so we talk to the stable master.
There.
Skurlock Farm. Okay, so we're down here in Herne, and we're going up to Skurlock Farm up here. So we just took our stable master to get us up there. And then there's a collection of quests we're gonna do up in this area. The epic storyline has us at a point where there's gonna be some spoilers, and I forgot about that. And so I wanna make sure we do those off camera because I don't wanna spoil it for anybody. Because already it's entering some spoiler territory, so we don't wanna do that. So we'll just pick back up on that. Possibly after the fact. But hey, we've got some quests to do here. Let's see, this person says, a band, this is rescuing the Skurlocks. A band of goblins took over the Hove farm across the way to the northwest. My husband Tomer and our sons went to do something about it, but they haven't returned and I'm worried. I'm pretty handy with a hay fork, but I can't take on those horrid goblins. And besides, I have the Hoves here to look over. But you look formidable. Please rescue my husband and son from those sons from the foul creatures. All right, and then we have another one here. She says, hello, I'm Bethan Hove. Did you come here from the west? Have you been to our farm too, I wonder? The Skurlocks have been so kind to us. They took us in when the wretched band of goblins drove us off our land. The fiends killed our crows and ate all of our food. Poor Nellie, she was such a good cow too. We do not have much, but if you happen to go back in that direction, give those goblins a taste of their own medicine. I'd be so grateful. You will find our farm west of here. Okay, and he says, greetings, I'm Kendro Hove. I heard Edward talking to you about our farm. If you're going that way, I would also beg a boon of you. I hurt my back during the raid on the farm, so I'm not able to go out to help out here as much as I usually would have done. If I'm going to be stuck off my feet, I can still be useful, but not without my woodworking tools. Please, if you go to our farm, will you look for my tools? I left them near the house. Okay. And Aftil's on top of a well. That's great. Okay, let's see. Any other quests we need to pick up here? I see a quest ring, but I think that is for the delving, and I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah, we're not gonna do missions right now. Oh, hey, hang on, there's a kid here. Arena has a quest. Who are you? Are you here to help? Oh, please say yes. Terrible goblins raided our farm. I want to go home, but they're still there, and I can see the smoke from here. Please, 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 can you please put out the fire? It's going to burn if you do not. You must help. We have a beautiful pond where you could fill a bucket and use it to put out the fires. Okay, so let's see. You have everything I have. Do I have everything you have? Okay, awesome. Okay, so yeah, so Red Baron is going through this area with a brand new character. In order to not be over-leveled, which is a smart move, definitely. Yeah, we're really enjoying the story and the landscape. Like, look how beautiful it is. Oh, silver. It's just so beautiful what they've done here. It's like fantastic. Really, really happy with Yeah, they made some great choices. Hey, we have a bandit here. Is that one of the ones we want to do? It's not the ones we want to do. Let's go find that farm. Oh, it's the other way. Oh, but first we're going to go do goblins. We're going up here to do goblins first. It's probably up there that we're going up to do goblins. Is my guess. We need a bucket. Oh, was there a bucket back at the farm that we needed to pick up? Find an empty bucket. Oh, that's probably... Okay, we'll go back to that. We're going to go up here and take care of the goblins first. So, yes, lots of red flowers here, says Erebard. So, Erebard asks, if I started a new character without the Cardolan expansion, can I do the start when I get it? Yeah, you can jump in. Like, there's different jumping in points. You wouldn't be able to do, like, the intro, but just, like, how you do the intro, you know, with when you're starting and you're like if you do the Hobbit intro and you have to go and you're like, oh, Amdir, and, you know, and they burn down Archet and all of that. But then you come out of all that and then they send you off to, you know, to Combe and various places. So you would just pick it back up, you know, at that point, just like you would normally. So you do end up finding a guy, because I did that with we did that with these characters. You go find a guy in the place in Swanfleet that's down here, Mossward, Mossward. It's the way down here. That's where you want to go. So right here, this place right here, that's where you want to go. And you'll find somebody there who will talk to you. I think a ranger. You know, those rangers, they're everywhere. A ranger who his whole storyline is that he's not a ranger anymore, but he used to be, and but he hasn't really told you what's the Scooby-Doo with that, just that he kind of left on bad terms. So. But he's a good guy. You can get him to... He'll tell you where to go and how to help out. So, because yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I don't think it's too spoilery to say that we've met Boromir, because the whole idea is that it takes place before, you know, the Shadows of Angmar. So it takes place in that time frame when, excuse me, Boromir has left Minas Tirith and is heading to go find Rivendell, and because he's got to go talk about, you know, the visions that they've been having. So you meet him while he's making that journey, and that's kind of cool. All right, we're looking to defeat 12 goblins or the head goblin. There. Got it. I guess I really don't need to be an endurance stance anymore. I'll go back to precision stance. Oh, I see a ring over here. Somebody ends with a deer. It's an elf. Herendir. Supplies on the South Downs. Says, my sister Mandrill married an elf of Imladris. His name is Sir Cervellin, and he led an expedition south. Even now, the two of them have made their camp near the abandoned city of Caranost. Their camp is called Cirland. Theirs is a young love, only 700 years by my count, and sometimes I think they are blinded to the other's fault. Cervellin is a fine elf, but he is more short-sighted than my sister, and I fear he is so focused upon the orcs that he will not obtain sufficient provision to keep the camp going. Perhaps you will help me obtain boar meat and lynx hides from beasts here in the South Downs. Then we can send them along to Cervellin and Medril, and I will worry less about them. He's funny. And he also says, the Blogmal must be ended. Goblins are like a flowering weed, friend. Whenever we uproot them in one place, after a time we discover they have spread to another. Those of the Blogmal tribe are particularly troublesome, and so it is no real surprise to me that they have appeared here on the South Downs. They creep now among the ruins of Hod Niri to the northeast. Will you help me end the threat posed by these Blogmal goblins? You'll be doing the folk who live nearby a good service, for such creatures never stay where they begin, and a goblin raid can be a frightening thing. Well, fair enough. We don't want to let goblins go roaming the countryside and taking out everybody. So yeah, Before says, yeah, you can start with the Before the Shadows prologue, which is probably Yeah, so Before the Shadows, we're up through book 2, but yeah, there's a prologue and you can, I think, just jump right in there. What's that? Yeah, that's true. Just like the other prologues, where you just walk in there like, hey, I'd like to do your prologue. Now, you can't do, of course, with the elf and the dwarf prologue, once you finish one, you can't do the other, because they have the same ending point. But the other prologues don't have that same overlap. They have an overlap during their prologue, I should say. But what you can do, and I've done this before, we did this actually, is we got the dwarf prologue to a certain point, we got the elf prologue to that same point, and then when they converged, it was okay because we'd already done everything we could do. So that was kind of fun. You can always go back and do a prologue if you haven't done it. Like if you didn't go and do the Heirloom prologue, the dwarf or the elf one, you can go do that now. We're trying to get somewhere, but apparently we are not taking the path intended for us. It's a path, it's just not a path that's going to get us there. The intro, no. Prologue, yes, as before. So yeah, that intro where you're like doing that level 0 through 5 stuff, that one you can't jump into, but everything after that where it's like all the stuff where they're running you back and forth and kind of teaching you how to play your character in a way. Not the basic details that you get in the intro, but everything beyond that where they're still kind of showing you how to pick things up. Yeah, I would say, I think I'd have to go to the wiki to tell you who to start with, but like go down to Calendum, just run down to Calendum and there's people to talk to. I'm trying to remember who your prologue starts with down there, if you want to do the Elfie one. Yeah, I think before is looking it up. Let me take out the sneak while we're standing here. Oh, there's a wooden chest. Oh, thanks, Moobot. The latest expansion soundtrack for Before the Shadow can be found on YouTube. At that link right there in the chit chat. Alright. I don't think there's any more goblins in here, sneaky or not. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's true. If you're not a human or a hobbit, you can run over to Archette and start that prologue. Or you, even if you are a human or a hobbit and started, if you just like ran away and were like, nope, I'm out. I'm heading to Bree. I don't need you. Let's see, Red Baron has some advice that if you want to do Before the Shadow and you're a hunter, get the ports as quick as possible. So you don't have to worry about taking the Stable Masters. But I did find that the Stable Masters are nicely connected, and we haven't had much trouble. I mean, I am a hunter and I did get the ports, but not like first thing. And so we did use the Stable Masters a lot, and it hasn't seemed as like onerous as in some areas. Like, you know, like when you're doing, I can't say it, I can't tell off the top of my head, but the one where you're like, that part of the epic line where you're going back and forth like to Angmar and then to Elrond and then to Avendim and then to Elrond and then, you know, it's like that one's a little crazy cakes. That feels like you're just going back and forth a lot, and yeah, without necessarily the Stable Masters to get you to the closest spot that you need to get to. So, but it seems like you get, you know, you get that over time. You get there eventually, right? All right, there's some Lynx hides. Oops, my bags are overfull. Well, we were doing skirmishes and stuff, and my bags didn't start off that great. What do we have here? Let's see. We can sell those. Alright, we'll keep the good stuff. First skin, we'll give that to you. Let's see. Yes, I know I don't have enough room for that. I'm not gonna. Thank you. Get rid of these bounties. Those are for sale, always. I end up keeping the task items, and I just give it over to Affodil. Keeps piles of it for us. All right, so that cleared up like 3 spots. That's not great. We're gonna have to pause at some point and let me give you a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know I don't have enough room for all that. Yes. How about we trade? Okay. Let me give you all these task items stuff. So I do not need all of that. Because Affodil there has the task item carry-all, which is handy. This is how we do my inventory management. I just give it over to him. Oops. I mean, I could just sell it off, and I've done that other times, but now that he's got the task carry-all, has for a while, it just makes sense to pass it over. Okay, so we'll start with all that. Oh, no, we're still doing the giveaway. The question is, did I miss the giveaway? Miss Aziv asks, did I miss the giveaway? You had to restart your PC. No, we're still doing it. In fact, we should probably finish this up. So, all right, if you want to be entered into the giveaway for the Steed of the White City, type ! giveaway into the chat, and we're gonna wrap this up here in like a couple minutes, like 2 minutes. We'll pull the winner right after we get this barrow iron and take care of that bandit. Then we'll pull the winner. That seems about a good amount of time. All right. Oh wait, there's silver. Okay, after we get the silver. All right, so follow me to the silver. So yes, the giveaway is about to close for the Steed of the White City, account wide. Yes, so last call to type in ! giveaway into the chat. All right, I think it is time. Yes, Aaron Bard said, this is fun. It's always fun. I always have fun. But yes, giveaways are fun. All right, giveaway is closed. And the winner is Antisvum. was drawn. So A-N-T-I-S, sorry, yeah, A-N-T-I-V-S-M was drawn from the giveaway. So if you are here around, hey, hype, there you go. You are here. I see you typing the hype. Congratulations. So before we'll be sending you, or do you want them to send you a whisper, or do you want to whisper them first? Okay, send a whisper to B4, who has been typing here in the chat, and that way they can send you a whisper back with the code. There we go. Thank you for putting that into the chat. Okay, well, while that is happening, wait, what are we doing still here? We're doing something in the white. Supplies on the south. Okay, so let's keep working on that. We'll go this way, because there's also a ring over this way. Supplies on the South Downs. Collect meat from the boars. Oh, we need more boars. Okay, more boar. Ain't that always the way? It's not even a Hobbit area. I guess I could do my hunter thing. Hang on. I need 2 more boars. Hill Tusker, yeah? Oh, he's right here. Awesome, that puts me at 5. The hill grouse probably isn't going to do it for me. Oh, I see one. Like with my not elf eyes. Yay, that's 6 out of 6 for me. I don't know how you're doing. Awesome. All right, so what's next? There's something straight south of us. What is that? I don't know, it's very flamey. Oh, dowsing? Oh, let's just go find out. Oh, we're mounting up. How does one do a whisper on Twitch? I think you click on the person's name and one of the options is whisper. That was a question from Aaron Bard. So, all right. Oh, and Antivism says, thank you. You are most welcome. I am just glad everybody was able to come here and celebrate my 100th stream here on the Twitch channel, on this particular LOTRO Switch channel. So, speaking of giveaways, I will have been streaming with the team for 2 years in like mid-March. So I'm going to do some giveaways. My hope is to do it because it falls in between. It's not on Tuesday. my 2-year anniversary. So I'm thinking I'll just do giveaways on the Tuesday before and the Tuesday after. So we'll just hit them both. So definitely make sure you come back here in March, if not before then, of course. So all right, we're gonna turn in the supplies to this elf. He says, yes, these will do nicely. The meat and the hides will help them restock the provisions. I am certain they failed to prepare. Bring them to Cervelin at Cirland with my regards, and tell him too that I maintain my watch over the upon the Blogville goblins that creep in the South Downs. Cirland is east of Carnost proper and to the southwest of here. Okay. And the Blog Malls. He says that was very good work. They will fear to speak your name from now on, I imagine. I'm glad to have met you, for any foe of goblins is a friend of mine. Well, yeah. Rock on. Let's sell some more stuff. Oh, I guess I don't have anything else to sell. It's all... Oh no, there we go. We can get rid of those little things. And that will keep and that will sell. Okay. There's a few more things on. All right. On we go. We can both pick up medals. Okay, so I think... Oh, there's one over to the side. There's something over here. Is it silver? Is it silver? No, it's barrel iron. That's okay. Well, I've been streaming for like just over 2 hours. So I think we'll go a little bit more and then we'll probably wrap up because my throat's getting a little sore. Man, I was so tired the other day. I like woke up and got up and then I was like, well, yeah, it's a little chilly. I'll just go climb back under the covers for a little while. It's nice and warm, so I have a duvet, you know, it was all nice and all warmed up, and the cats were there, and so they were being kind of cuddly. No, it looks like it's a baby before. He likes kids. You're being so social. It's pretty awesome. Thanks. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, and so the cats were there, and so I'm like, oh, I'll just curl up back between the cats. And then next thing I knew, I woke up and it was like 3 hours later. I was like, wow, I guess I was sleeping. All right, so let's see. We have Terras here. May those wretched creatures be driven from this land for good. The goblins. Cool. Got some coins. I like coins. Ah, here's an empty bucket. Oops. I'm picking up an empty bucket. This bucket is perfect for the task. Awesome, and it doesn't have a duration bar, so that looks like I've picked it up and I'm good to go. Let's see, that's that. So that is not necessary. All right, so let's head on to... Yeah, let's go to the farm. Let's see if we can rescue their house and farm and everything. And we know that there was smoke. You just ran right by a silver deposit. Do I even know you these days? Yes, clearly you needed it, says Aaron Bard. Indeed. I was quite astonished. I was like, wow, I guess I was tired. And I mean, I slept through like the construction happening right above me and everything. So obviously I was tired. All right. Hey. Oh, we got a person here. You there. Don't worry, I'll not try to rob you. I could use your help. My companions and I heard that there were great treasures in the ruins of Had Niroi. We were just there. My granny tried to warn me of the dangers, but I didn't listen to her. A few nights back, we broke into one of the barrows and carried out what shining things we found. He swallows nervously and looks around. Well, the truth is, I've not slept a night since. I swear, something or someone is following me. I cannot take the constant dread a moment longer. Please, you must help me. Return the artifacts that I stole. I am too afraid to go near, and to make matters worse, goblins have moved into the ruins. Please help. I can't go on like this. Sure. And then maybe you won't go and stealing things out of the barrows anymore. Okay. So... we're going to head back up to hang on. Silver. Never pass by a silver. Alright. We're heading back out to take out some goblins, but no, first we're gonna do the farm. Alright, so we'll do the farm. Maybe do some goblins. And then B4 will be taken over. So B4 does a stream called Plugging Along, and he has done some plugins, made some plugins, and so during the stream he does development on those plugins. So right now he's doing some updates to the this one, the Deed Tracker plugin, and doing some stuff to make the behind the scenes stuff work a little more efficiently and streamlining and doing all sorts of various things with it. So, which he can better explain, when during his stream, which will be coming on right after mine. There may be like a small gap because might need to get a drink and stuff like that between the streams. But, okay, so our well here, he just ran off. They killed everything. They ate everything. The toolbox is empty. The goblins must have stolen the tools. Okay. Hang on a second. Oops. Ah, we're getting the stolen tools off the goblins. Okay, so we're defeating goblins at the farm. We have another human over there, it looks like. So this person is, we're rescuing the Surlocks. So I'm rescuing Cled. Alright, so we're gonna wait till Affidel gets us over here, and we're gonna try and do it at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. The flames were coming nearer. You are just in time. I think I got credit. Did you? Awesome. That's convenient. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when like the person you're going to rescue and they like, or click on and then it's like, I wish it would count for fellowship. That would be handier. Alright, so we're still defeating these goblins here. Oh, here's Tom. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. The flames are coming nearer. You are just in time. I've heard this story. There's a corpse over here. Let me grab that. Okay, so let's see. What have we got going on here? Oh, there's water. I found the water. Which ones are we working on here? I'm working on all of them. Rescuing the Surlocks, I need to find Tomer. Which you may have found. How do I get there? Maybe this way? Yeah, that's it. Oops, I can't get over the fence. Hang on. There's a goblin in my way. Aha, there he is. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yay. Okay, and then there's some water over this direction. And I have a handy dandy bucket I can use. So I'll go ahead and give that a try. Filling. Okay, water sloshes over the sides of the bucket. But a bunch of things popped up, says burning flames. So, push. Doused 1 of 8 fires. Do I have to go refill the bucket? Oh, cool. It's a never-ending bucket. That's convenient. I filled it up just enough to put out 8 fires. So Thayan asks in the chat. Oh wait, sorry, I missed some things. Red Baron says, kill them goblins. Yeah, we're working on it. No, Red Baron says you were trying the deed tracker, but it didn't work for you. Very strange. Well, I would say, Red Baron, that stick around and B4 can kind of show you what would how it should work, and then you can kind of track that with how it's working on your machine, and maybe you can figure out what is causing the problem. Okay, so I have doused 8 fires here. Still seems like there's a lot of fire going on. I don't see any more things to do here, so I think it's time to go back to Surlock Farm and let them know how it went. So go back there. We've got his tools. We doused the farm. It's not looking good though, I'm afraid, guys. Yeah, so I think we'll do that. So let's not stand in the fire. That seems like a terrible idea. All right, so let's head back to the south. Yeah, back to the south. Okay, here we go. Aaron Bard says the small gap between our streams is useful for the audience too. Just FYI. All right, well that's good. I always worry that like people are gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm bored, gonna wander off now. So I have a desire to keep the gap as small as possible, so you know people aren't stuck wandering off. But that is true. That's a good point. If people have like also want a bio break or something, they have that opportunity. Hey, Kato. What you doing, honey? Hi. I see you. I know. You're right there. So with the construction happening upstairs, everything that was up there had to come down. So we've got like random various pieces of furniture that's not where it normally goes, and yeah, everything is kind of like packed into this room and upstairs. So so the chair next to me keeps changing. We'll see how it comes together. The construction should be done in like within a month, I think, and possibly even sooner than that. So we'll see what we end up doing down here. We did end up rearranging the bookshelves behind me, and so the cat tower is no more is out on this end, and the board games are closer to that end at this point, because I wanted to get them out of the sun and put the cat tower in the sun, because the sun comes in there very strong in the evenings. You know, did I also go the wrong path to come up here? Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is where I'm supposed to... I don't think I'm... Oh, I went to the wrong place. Hello. Let's try that again. I don't want to be here. I want to be there. Silly. All right, let's try that again. But hey, you get to see some more of Cardolan, so, you know, that's all right. So, yes. So Thayan asks, is it worth me making another art for Cardolan and Swanfleet? Red Baron says, yes, indeed. I love the area. I've done it 3 times now. Yeah, this is... So I made a character specifically to do it so I could do it on level. I have been busy and distracted, so she's made her way into Cardolan. Like, I finished Swanfleet, but... I haven't been back with her for a while because I really want to do all of it with my main characters also. So we've been doing it on the stream with our main characters, and been enjoying that. So I would say yes. I would say the answer to that is definitely yes. You would. I think you would enjoy doing it. It's worth having a character for it. So yeah. So yes, it's like a playground for kitties, says Dan. I think our whole house is like a playground for kitties. It's hilarious listening to them like running up and down the stairs sometimes. Like just do 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 do. Like it's so funny. I took us to the wrong place. So Aaron Bard says, I don't know if it's possible in MMOs, but it would be grand if things like the fire did not show once you finish the quest. Sometimes they do that. I think in that case, they were probably trying to show us that the farm was not put out. That we doused some fire, but things were still going. Hey, speaking of, there's a cat on a cat tower back there. So, yeah. So, yeah. What dwarf class do you not have? That's true. Did you ever finish Moria? Because Thayan... we were having this conversation, and Thayan loves playing dwarves, but had not completed Moria. So I was like, "Oh, you should totally do Moria with your dwarviness. You would love it." So all right. So Edrund says, "Welcome back. You really did it. I didn't think you could, but I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. Thanks are in order, I suppose." All right. Cool. The kid says, you did it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope we can go home soon. Don't hold your breath on that one, kiddo. Kendra, we brought his tools. He says, thank you, you found them. Now I can start to pitch in around here. Thank you, friend. Thank you for everything you've done. You are welcome. All right, so we've helped these folks out. That's good. I finished Tales of Cardolan, intermediate or whatever, so now I'm working on Tales of Cardolan Final, which is do a bunch of quests in Cardolan. So awesome, which gave me increased reputation with the Dunedain of Cardolan. There's a new rep, yes. Let's see. Real Tef asks, why do you have 2 fishing icons up? Oh, because I must have hit buttons. This is my second bar, so I have all my emotes on this set of bar. My regular combat bar is this one. And so yeah, so this is all my emotes, so like cheering, clapping, chuckling, waving hello, waving goodbye, etc., etc. So I have all those there. So yes, fishing, you only need 1, but I struggle to click, and you gotta click like at the right time with fishing. And so I can either hit my keyboard or I can use the mouse, but either way I have a higher chance of hitting the fishing button if I have more of them on my bar. That's why it's there. So, to answer that question. Oh, that's Delving Guy. We don't need Delving Guy. Okay. Oh, Than says you did on the Guardian. Awesome. And now you're going through Moria with Runekeeper. I hope you're enjoying Moria. I hope you're liking it. I was very excited for you with all the dwarfing stuff that you enjoy doing. So, yeah. Oh, Real Tough uses a Fishing Buddy add-on. I suppose I could do that too. That's true. Yes, Aaron Bard says, I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one who finds it a challenge to hit the fish icon. Like if I'm doing anything else, like basically what I end up doing, so I have 2 monitors. So I'll like start the fishing on the one monitor, and then I'll be over here like clicking on things, doing emails, whatever I'm doing. And then it's like, and then it's time to go. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get the mouse over here. You know, so it's, yeah, it's what it is. Red Baron is on quest 80 total for the last part. Very nice, very nice. All right, well, I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here, y'all. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming along today. Yay, 100! So we'll do this again at 200. But we'll definitely do this again in March. I've put in a request to get some, like, LOTRO point codes or something, so we'll find out what I end up with. But so we'll do a giveaway hopefully over 2 streams in March. The one right before my 2-year anniversary of being on the stream team, and the one right after, so that'll be fun. You called your pet LHR. No, LRH, Little Red Head. So, all right. Aaron Var said, thanks for the fun as always. Congrats again for the 100 streams. Thank you. I know, right? It's so funny because it doesn't. Yeah, it's cool to have a long chain of something like that there. So, anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna let you all go for the moment. Go get your drinks and your snacks and your bio breaks, and we'll meet back here to watch Before do his stream Plugging Along, where he's going to talk about LOTRO plugins and do some of that development on stream. And so if you have any questions, Red Baron, especially you, stick around and see what we can do to help you out. All right, have a great rest of your night, everybody. And as I say, always remember to stay in touch with that Hobbit side of your heart and take care of each other. All right, bye now.